Hi, everyone. I'm Liz Ramsey Dalton, Executive Director of the Clean Energy Leadership Institute. I'm thrilled to sit down virtually and introduce you to Rachel Kriegsman, CELI's Director of Strategic Partnerships. In this capacity, Rachel oversees CELI's fundraising, strategy, and growth plans. A native North Carolinian, Rachel spent her summers exploring the Great Smoky Mountains, and a Southerner at heart, Rachel graduated from Goucher College in Baltimore, Maryland, earning a BA in Peace Studies and Environmental Science. Rachel also holds a master's in environmental management from Duke University's Nicholas School of the Environment. Rachel, thanks so much for chatting with me today. Let's start with you telling us a little bit about yourself and how you came to join CELI.
Hi, Liz. Of course. In 2014, I was working at the Union of Concerned Scientists on their climate and energy team, where much of my work was focused on supporting writing and research on the state of clean energy. The work was really exciting and fun and challenging. It was also clear to me that there was so much more to learn. So I jumped at the opportunity to join CELI's second ever cohort to supplement my understanding of the energy sector. I wanted to know what possibilities existed or what might exist for the future of clean energy. I learned a lot through the CELI Fellowship and then spent the next 3 years in DC working at the intersection of climate and energy before heading to Duke for grad school.
It's always fun to talk to an OG sea lion, as you know, we lovingly call you. One of the questions I get frequently from our fellows and our broader community is around the decision to go to grad school. I wondered if you might be willing to share a little bit more about that experience at.
Grad school was a really amazing experience. I was lucky to have a great cohort and to meet some fabulous people, but better than that, I got to learn side by side with them for 2 years. I took time to dig into the intersection of business and environment with a very sharp lens on the leadership needed to make change. And one thing I really love is intersectionality, the places where big issues meet, whether that's climate and energy, energy and agriculture, leadership in the environment. I also love collaboration because of its ability to iterate and think as part of a team. And that always ends up enriching the final outcome with different perspectives and voices. I was so fortunate to learn from some fantastic leaders in the energy space at Duke, including Brian Murray and Dalia Patino Echeverry, to link various economic scenarios to clean energy integration. I also worked through grad school for an organization called the Carolina Farm Stewardship Association, which was focused on building a sustainable regional food system. And it was really fun to explore the areas where local food systems met up with climate and energy.
That all sounds great, Rachel. How do you feel that experience prepared you for coming back to CELI as our development and operations manager?
Yeah, I'm thrilled to build on my professional experiences and what I learned at Duke and bring all of that to CELI. I'm grateful to continue connecting the dots of intersectionality in areas where we can drive forward a clean energy future. So much of what we're able to do in the nonprofit world and in particular at CELI depends on incorporating partners from different companies and organizations and communities to round out the knowledge of future leaders in energy who come to the table with a diverse set of perspectives and ideas. And I'm here for it, ready to see where we can go next to change our future for the better.
That's great. Building on your existing work, you've just moved into a new role with CELI as our Director of Strategic Partnerships. What are you most looking forward to in this new capacity?
Well, I love connecting people and connecting with people, so I'm really excited to be in this new role to work with CELI's 500 plus alumni, as well as companies and organizations that can make a lasting impact on CELI's mission to develop a new kind of energy leader. It's both exciting and important work, and I'm thrilled to be able to spend my days helping people who are passionate about driving the transition to a clean energy economy find ways to connect with one another and continue building their leadership potential.
Well, I'm certainly excited about the trajectory you're setting for CELI, and I obviously look forward to growing our geographic and programmatic reach with you. One of the things I'm always interested in learning is how people decided to get into this space. When was that first moment you knew that you were going to pursue a career in clean energy?
I'm one of those people that since I was young, I'm talking 5 years old or so, the environment has been a driving force for me. I spent most of my childhood summers outdoors at a summer camp in the Great Smoky Mountains where I made some lifelong friendships. And I've brought that enthusiasm for the environment and the outdoors with me to almost all aspects of my life. Um, Thanks to my CELI fellowship and my work at the Union of Concerned Scientists, I was really able to see how policy and decision makers focused on climate and energy trends. And then later, in my work at the Carolina Farm Stewardship Association and through my work at Duke, I was able to work with farmers and various stakeholders on clean energy needs and corporate social responsibility efforts. So I'm thrilled to build on what I've learned and continue to connect those dots of intersectionality on exciting new topics and areas that we can continue to push forward a clean energy future.
I agree. It's incredible to see how many aspects of this industry you've already experienced and that perspective that you can share. I think it's one of the things that CELI does best is trying to bring folks with different viewpoints and different life experiences to the table. So it's great to hear about your path and share that with folks. What do you see as the biggest opportunity for CELI to make an impact?
Well, I think it's much of what you said. There's a tremendous opportunity for CELI to make an impact by introducing people to the possibility of clean energy jobs and to build the leadership skills that are necessary to develop a clean energy economy. The network that CELI has created and the collaborative nature of the organizations and the people that it reaches across sectors and disciplines and places around the world um, who are willing to share knowledge and come up with creative solutions to some of our biggest problems. That is what I see as CELI's biggest opportunity to change the way we imagine the future.
Yeah, fully agree. I think it's a topic that's come up a lot amidst the COVID crisis. I know that you recently participated in a panel discussing your own experience entering the workforce during the Great Recession. What advice would you give to folks who are looking to enter the clean energy economy at this particular moment in time?
I did. I recently participated in a virtual panel with the Peace Studies department at my alma mater. It was really great to see several of my undergrad classmates and see that despite graduating during the Great Recession, we've each found ways to be resilient and creative. That remains true to who we are. So, I guess a few bits of wisdom from that session. One, be open minded. The world has a lot to offer, and so do you. So don't forget that you can have an incredible impact on the future, and consider what you want to do and look for places where there's a gap that needs filling. Um, Two, thoughtfully break the rules. The change that needs to happen for a clean energy future and a better world is going to take a bit of thoughtful rule breaking, so don't be afraid of that. Three, stay curious. You'll find so much opportunity when you stay curious and keep learning. So I encourage people who are looking to enter the workforce in this moment in time to keep poking at the things that interest them and figure out where they fit into the bigger picture of your energy career. Join CELI as part of that. There's a lot to offer there. And finally, patience is everything. Things will work out, maybe not like you imagined, and it may not feel like it with all that's happening now, but this won't last forever and things will work out.
That's great advice, Rachel. And I know it goes without saying it again, but we certainly are in a time of crisis. And in addition to thinking about careers and the broader economy, there's just a personal toll that this takes on people on a daily basis. How are you managing with all of that and any advice that you might want to share with our community?
Sure. I think I'm managing all right. I'm really grateful for my family and friends and a great team at work. It's definitely a source of sanity for me as we move forward through this moment in time. And I'm also grateful for my training in mindfulness and meditation because while we experience the COVID crisis, it's not lost on me that we have another crisis churning in the background, one of climate and social inequity that's going to require profound action. So for me, finding my breath and taking time to clear my head is good, but it's also grounding as I think about the work ahead, particularly how we will have to think and act creatively and be the leaders we wish to see in order to tackle COVID, but also to build a clean energy future that's equitable and resilient and inclusive.
Yeah, thanks for that, Rachel. One thing that I know about you that I'm not sure everyone does is that in addition to your passion for clean energy, you're also passionate about the practice of yoga and are a certified yoga instructor. I wondered if you might want to share a bit of information about our upcoming event.
Yeah, something fun. CELI is hosting a Yoga for Clean Energy event on Sunday, May 3rd. I definitely hope folks attend and take a moment to enjoy some calm as we center our nervous systems and also just have the opportunity to get together more informally as a clean energy community. It's worth noting that registration is free and open to the public, so I hope people will join.
Thanks so much, Rachel. And if you would like to join us this Sunday, May 3rd, please register for our free yoga session at cleanenergyleaders.org/events. We look forward to seeing all of you on your yoga mats. And if you're interested in learning more about ways to partner with CELI, please don't hesitate to reach out to Rachel via email at rachel@cleanenergyleaders.org. Rachel, thanks so much for making time to chat with me today. We hope to see all of you at a CELI event soon.
Thank you.